moon hung high in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the dense forest surrounding my isolated cabin. I hastily packed my suitcase, double-checking my flight details. It was a red-eye flight, and I had a long drive ahead to reach the airport. I zipped up my suitcase and stepped out into the crisp night air, locking the cabin door behind me. The gravel crunched under my boots as I made my way to the car. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was forgetting something important. With a sigh, I shrugged off the nagging doubt and tossed my suitcase into the trunk. The engine roared to life, and I began the winding drive through the dark, twisting forest roads. The headlights cut through the thick fog, revealing only a few feet ahead. Minutes turned into an hour, and I finally reached a lonely stretch of highway. I glanced at the clock on the dashboard. I was making good time. Yet, that persistent feeling of something left behind gnawed at me. As I rounded a bend, my phone buzzed in the cup holder. I reached for it and saw a text message from my wife, who was staying with family in the city. "Did you remember the gift for Mom?" My heart sank. The anniversary gift. I had carefully wrapped it and placed it on the dresser, but in my rush, I had completely forgotten to pack it. Cursing under my breath, I pulled over to the side of the road and contemplated my options. I could turn back, but it would mean missing my flight. A sudden knock on the passenger window startled me. My eyes darted to the window, but all I could see was darkness. The knock came again, louder this time. My pulse quickened as I cautiously rolled down the window a few inches. "Need some help?" a raspy voice asked from the shadows. I squinted, trying to make out the figure. It was an old man, hunched and wearing tattered clothes. His eyes glinted unnaturally in the moonlight. "No, I'm fine, thanks," I replied, feeling uneasy. "You seem troubled," the old man insisted, his voice almost a whisper. "Maybe you're looking for something." My heart raced. How did this stranger know? "I just forgot something at home," I said, hoping to end the conversation quickly. The old man grinned, revealing yellowed teeth. "Sometimes it's best to leave things forgotten." Before I could respond, the man turned and vanished into the forest. I shivered and rolled up the window, trying to shake off the encounter. I decided it wasn't worth it to turn back. I'd buy a replacement gift at the airport. As I continued my drive, I couldn't help but glance in the rearview mirror, half expecting to see the old man. But the road remained empty. Finally, I arrived at the airport, parked my car, and hurried inside. The terminal was eerily quiet at this hour. I made my way to the security checkpoint, but the nagging feeling had returned, stronger than ever. Just as I reached the front of the line, a security officer approached me. "Sir, can you come with me, please?" My stomach dropped. "Is something wrong?" The officer's face was grim. "We received a call about a suspicious item in your luggage." Confused and anxious, I followed the officer to a small room. My suitcase was on a table, partially opened. The officer put on gloves and carefully pulled out the anniversary gift. "But I didn't pack that," I stammered, bewildered. The officer unwrapped the gift to reveal a small, intricately carved wooden box. Inside the box was a note in elegant handwriting. "Some things should remain forgotten." My blood ran cold. I recognized the handwriting. It was my own. Yet I had no memory of writing the note or packing the gift. The officer looked at me, eyes narrowing. "Is there something you need to tell us?" I shook my head, fear gripping my heart. As I stood there, I realized I would never truly understand what had happened that night. All I knew was that some mysteries are best left unsolved, and some things are meant to be forgotten.